everybody, it's Glenn back in this video with another action figure comparison and battling it out review style. It's Iron Monger. It's comic versus movie because we all like a good bitch about how comic book movies aren't as good as the comics. But is that the case here? Let the comparison commence. And then at the end of the video, let me know in the comments below which is best. The comic Iron Monger is the Build-A-Figure, parts of which came packed with the Iron Man Marvel Legends that were released to coincide with the third Iron Man movie. And the movie one comes from Hasbro's 6-inch scale Iron Man movie action figures back from 2008. Iron Monger is of course the armoured suit worn by the evil Obadiah Stane and based on Tony Stark's Iron Man technology. Side by side, the comic one is definitely more battle suit looking, while the movie one more robotic in appearance. And as we take an even closer look, I like that with the movie one's head that you get a greater sense of it being based on the Iron Man suit. Now let's consider scale, and although released as part of the Iron Man movie 6-inch scale figures, if we bring in the 6-inch Mark 42, then we can see the movie Iron Monger is considerably smaller than it appears in the movie, and it's probably more appropriately scaled to the 3 3/4 inch figures that were released a couple of years later when Iron Man 2 came out. The comic one is a good 6-inch scale and is, as it appears in the comics, larger than Iron Man to be a symbolic bully and to show that it is a clumsier bastardization of the Iron Man suit technology, lacking its compact finesse. Now let's look at articulation. The heads of each rotate side to side, yet that's it for head articulation on the movie one. Yet the comic one can also look down, so we can create a great pose like this with a bigger Iron Monger peering down at the smaller Iron Man. The arms of both are articulated to rotate and move up and down, yet while the shoulder armour of the movie one is pliable enough to not inhibit any of the arm articulation, the shoulder armour of the comic one is rigid and fixed, thus inhibits some of the articulation, and the movie one has an upper arm swivel, while the comic one has a swivel at the elbow, then both have a single jointed elbow. The comic one's hands simply rotate, while the hands of the movie one rotate and are hinged to move up and down. The comic one has no waist articulation, but does have rotation by virtue of a diaphragm joint that moves side to side, and does move a tiny bit forward and a decent amount back. The movie one has waist articulation, kind of. It's spring-loaded, so if you squeeze his legs together, he does this. Hours of fun for the kids. And that beaut of an action feature affects the hip articulation. There's no hip articulation on the right leg. The left leg, it does rotate at the hip. There's single jointed knees, and then at the ankle it's hinged to move backwards and forwards. At the hips, the comic figure's legs move out to the side and back in. To the front a decent amount, and then to the back a lot less so. The leg rotates around the ball joint of the hip. Then there's a double jointed knee. Then at the ankle, the foot moves backwards and forwards slightly, and there is a bit of a pivot to the ankle. So all things considered, burning house scenario, you could only grab one of these action figures. Which one would you grab? Let me know in the comments below right now. Personally, I'd pick the movie one just because I'm more a fan of the movie than I am the era of comics that the Iron Monger originates from, which is back when Tony Stark was a really dowdy alcoholic, not the fun-loving playboy we've come to love in the movies. Anyway, please give this video a big thumbs up. Also share and subscribe. For my previous action figure comparison, click this video. Alternatively, check out the description beneath this video for links to my Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Click those links and connect with me there too. Hope to see you in my next video. Bye.